The models were known for showing lots of skin, wearing skimpy dresses and high heels. But today, two of Meghan's former castmates are hitting back on social media. Deal or No Deal never treated us like bimbos, writes Claudia Jordan. I'm especially protective of Howie Mandel, who was nothing but kind and respectful. Patricia Cara, who appeared in every episode, also tweeted, "Funny, I remember a group of hardworking, strong-minded, independent women."
Patricia Cara and Claudia Jordan, two wonderful ladies who worked at Deal or No Deal, are being trashed, bullied, harassed by Sussex Squad. Who else? Please go to their Twitter accounts, Claudia Jordan and Patricia Cara with a K, and show them some love. Sign up, join their, follow their Twitter accounts or Instagram, because they are being incredibly harassed and bullied for simply speaking out the truth. Please like, share, subscribe, as usual, comment, and thanks for all your help to the channel to make it grow. Yeah, thanks for everything. Thanks for tuning in all the time to watch me and say the things I say. So yes, please go show some love to Claudia Jordan and Patricia Cara, because they are being horribly bullied for speaking out the truth.
Markle explains the strict protocol she was subjected to when attending a royal event.
All the girls, we would line up, and there were different stations for having your lashes put on or your extensions put in or the padding in your bra.
Whoops, sorry. We mean her time as a Deal or No Deal briefcase girl, because she's now saying it made her feel like a bimbo.
Patricia Cara is a woman, is a lady who worked in all Deal or No Deal seasons. Before this video, please, I put some pictures from her Twitter account so you can read what she said. Now, also Claudia Jordan she also has spoken out about Meghan lies. Nobody was treated like a bimbo in that show. Howie Mandel was very respectful, and something very truthful that Claudia Jordan said: you make lemonade out of lemons. Now, if Meghan Markle was so upset after the first episode, she could have quit. She could have quit. She had a Northwestern University degree. Let me tell you something that has resulted from her lies on that podcast. First off, she made herself sound as though she doesn't have an education, because she wants her daughter to have an education to aspire to something better. What she should have said is that I have an education, but my choices were poor. I wasn't talented enough to break into the Hollywood, into Hollywood and make it big there. I wasn't talented enough to make it, to earn a decent living. So I had to do things like Deal or No Deal. Now, Meghan talked about being objectified for holding a suitcase and wearing a dress and smiling, okay? Yet, in Suits, a role that she keeps talking about, I'm Rachel Zane in Suits and blah, blah, blah. That was a role that she was almost naked and was shown constantly having sex with the main character. And yet she's proud of that. Keep in mind that she chose both of those things. She chose to appear at Deal or No Deal, and not 1 or 2 episodes, no. Because if she felt that bad, she could have quit after 1 or 2 or 3 episodes. No, she did 34, having a Northwestern University degree, having a boyfriend and a father who supported her. You know, if she didn't want it, she didn't have to do it. But she chose to keep doing it. She chose to keep doing it because she couldn't find anything better. She could have gone and worked at the Gap, at Frank and Russo. Now, she did an interview for Variety. 3 things came out of it for me. How she is incredibly proud of the Oprah interview. Siri, sorry about that. How she is incredibly proud of the Oprah interview. And how after she did that interview, because she's asked that, how did she feel about that? Oh, she felt supported. She went to this party and everybody embraced her. Everybody embraced her and they loved what she'd done. So for those of you who think that she takes back, her and Harry take anything back from that interview, there's your answer. She loved that interview and she believes that she felt understood and and everybody loved what she said. Number 2, and this is something that people haven't picked on. The reason why Meghan Markle is talking about how she was made to dress, how she was made to behave, how she was, the things that she was forced to do in her mind. Basically, what was part of the job description. When you, as I said, when you work at a McDonald's, you wear a uniform and you flip burgers. Her job description was wear this dress, look this way, hold a briefcase, and smile. She's pretty angry that she was demoted because she used to be girl number 12 and then she was demoted to girl 24, way at the back. She was one of the girls way at the back, okay? But the reason why she's saying those things is because she will compare it to being a royal, a working royal. That she was made to wear these dresses, that she had to behave in a certain way, that she had to do these things, and that made her, that demeaned her and made her feel like a slave. Because, you see, a job description says what you're supposed to wear, just like she was told what to wear in Suits. You're supposed to wear like this. You know how they kept putting her like a sex subject, and that's what they did. She was told to do sex scenes, appear in her underwear. I mean, in Deal or No Deal, at least she was wearing a dress, nice little dress. But she was wearing one. In Suits, she spent a lot of the time having sex in bed, almost naked, but that's okay. So she's going to be complaining about every job she's had, which is, there are not very many, because she was supposed to fulfill a job description and the expectations of that job, because nobody tells her what to do. So now the focus is going to be that just like on Deal or No Deal, she was forced to wear this. She was forced to follow protocol. She was forced to do this. At the White House, any job in the world, you have rules to follow, a job description, a dress code, a code of conduct. That's a worldwide thing. The thing is in her mind, nobody tells her what to do. Now, she loves Oprah. She loved her interview with Oprah and she has no regrets whatsoever. And not only that, she's excited and they're come back from the UK with even more excitement and strength to do the projects that they've done, which is the documentary and the book, and that's it really. Okay? That's it. And so for people who keep saying that they're having second thoughts because of the Queen, that is basically the UK royal rota who are trying to mend fences or trying to make it look that they're not that bad. People who keep saying that, oh, is there a way back for them? Harry's homesick. No. Harry spends, according to that interview, 24 hours with Meghan because they work in the same space. They're together all the time. So now we're going to have that she's going to compare Deal or No Deal, her ordeal on Deal or No Deal, to her ordeal with the monarchy. That's where we're headed. Because remember that she kept saying, oh, they wanted me to dress this way. She had to follow protocol. Yeah, that's everywhere in the world. Now, so that's 2. 1, she loved the Oprah Winfrey interview. She doesn't regret it. And by the way, there's another one coming. But this time, you're not going to see Harry. It's only going to be Meghan. Number two, that she was forced to behave in a certain manner in a Deal or No Deal show. And that's going to be compared to what she was forced to do when she was in the royal family. Number three, I saw Piers Morgan interviewing Geraldo Rivera. I don't know if you say that in English. It sounds really weird. And he actually, this is a man who should know better. This is a man who's saying, and who said on the show with Piers Morgan, that their people were racist towards Meghan and her children. And that's the reason why she left, one of the reasons she left. And this is happening because that particular narrative has not been put or has not been questioned by the parties involved. I was watching and I was listening to people say, oh, if you keep quiet, that's dignified. No. When you keep quiet, when you're being slandered, lied about, abused, when you keep quiet, you're signaling that that treatment, those words, that behavior is acceptable. Okay? It's acceptable. Because Meghan Markle, that racism thing, which was contradicted by Harry when he came in the show, and that wasn't questioned. Now we have Geraldo Rivera saying that, oh, he has a different narrative. He followed Harry in Afghanistan. Well, did he notice that Harry was heavily guarded by a whole battalion of soldiers in order to make sure that his pretty little ginger toes did not get in any harm? Harry was never in any harm. He put other soldiers' lives at risk because Buckingham Palace didn't know what to do with him and his behavior anymore. And they figured if we send him over there, maybe something will fucking change with this asshole. And I'm sorry, I'm swearing. But Harry, in order to please Harry and try to curate his image, many lives were put at risk. The battalion of men, brave men who guarded his ass. So now we have Meghan saying that she's looking forward to the projects. We have people like Geraldo Rivera saying that she left because they're racist and they didn't understand Meghan. What really bothered me about Piers Morgan is that he didn't say no. She left and the press is hard on her because she's lied. And we have proof of it. This is not about her truth. She's lied. She's lied about her disabled sister. She's lied about her whole family. She's lied about this country. And this country was never racist towards her. He didn't have the balls. He missed it there. Because I don't know if he was intimidated by Geraldo Rivera, but I would have said to him, wait a minute, back up the truck, buddy. Meghan Markle is a known liar. And also, there's something that in her podcast, when she's talking about her internship at the U.S. Embassy in Argentina, she says that, oh, I remember going in the motorcade with the Treasury Department's head of state or whatever. And I remember being part of something. And when I worked at the embassy as an intern, this woman, and that she studied international relations. Lies, lies, lies. You do not work as an intern. You do an internship at a place. That's not considered a job. You're not paid. She wasn't paid. That was a favor that her uncle pulled at the very last minute to get her in there. And by the way, she failed the foreign ministry exam. She failed it. I don't think she got the credit for it because she's supposed to pass a test and get it, and she didn't get it. So that was a favor that a man, her uncle, got for her there. She was never anybody important. Nobody cared about anything she had to say. She was just an intern. But she makes it sound like, oh, when I worked at the U.S. Embassy. So she has two stints. The U.S. Embassy, where she was an intern, thanks to her uncle, and where she fetched coffee, took photocopies, handed over applications, answer phones. She compares that. And Rachel Zane, a role where she spent most of her time truly naked and doing sex scenes everywhere. as something to be proud of, while shaming Deal or No Deal. And again, keep in mind that she chose both roles and she hung out 34 episodes a whole year. She could have gone anywhere, said, fuck it, I'm going to go, I'm going to go work at McDonald's. I keep talking about McDonald's a lot. I'm going to go work at McDonald's. I'd much rather flip burgers because my dignity is worth a lot more than that. But no, money was worth more for her. And also because, again, other ladies there made a lot of it. She's the only one complaining. Howie Mandel didn't make anybody feel like a bimbo. Nobody did. She's making things up. She's making things up. She's now saying that she worked at the U.S. Embassy, that she studied international relations. She was in the communications degree. There's no international relations in the communication degrees. In the international studies, there is a module called international relations among a bunch of them. And it was so bad, if she had really studied international relations, which is a module inside of the international studies degree at Northwestern University, she would have passed that fucking test. But she didn't, did she? Oh my God. But it's very upsetting to see and hear Gerardo Rivera saying that Meghan left because of racism. It's a narrative that has been allowed to stand by the monarchy, by the newspapers, because Meghan went further and said that the N-word had been used against her pasty white child, in case she has any. And now she's saying she's going for a third kid. A 41-year-old woman who in the past confessed she had a hard time having children is now saying she wants to have a third one after they criticized Prince William and Catherine and Princess Catherine for having 3 children because that's polluting the world. They even got an award, I think, for having only 2 children, didn't they? And the most sickening thing of all that I'm going to leave you with, Uvalde. The foundation made in conjunction with some other organization, they made a park, a playground for the children in Uvalde. She is a fucking bitch. I'm sorry, I'm swearing. She's a fucking bitch. She's a nasty piece of work, this woman in Harry. And that Variety article that she did, she has no regrets. And by the way, she says that she has fond memories, warm memories with the matriarch. And that's what matters. Because she says in that article that she was loved and welcomed in the UK during the funeral. In Uvalde, calling the UK racist, having Gerardo Rivera say that the UK is racist, that the press was racist, and the press is allowing this to stand. And this is why I keep talking about Meghan Markle, because she's denigrating an institution that represents me as Canadian, an institution that does a lot of good for the world. I know many people trash it. Oh, colonialism, oh, fuck that. That's, people should get their story. The United States had racism, England never did. Get over it. And England fought to end racism, so shut up. But to have people like that still saying this narrative, in spite of the fact that everything was demonstrated to be a lie. And what I'm really angry with Piers Morgan, because Piers Morgan should have gone hard on Gerardo Rivera and said, you know what, mate, get your fucking facts straight. She's lied about everything. Harry came into that interview and said that wasn't the case. The kid was hardly ever here in the UK, and everybody was happy to have her. It was her constant lying, her bullying that got this done. Piers, you dropped the ball on this one. You dropped the ball on this one. Life is what we make of it. You know why I'm dolled up today? I lost my harvest because of all the how do you call it? All the hurricanes and tropical storms. I was upset. I'm not joking. I'm upset about it. But what can I do? So you move on. I'm gonna try to find funding with the banks to see if they can, help us with redoing the farm because everything was lost. But you move on. These are things that happen. I'm not the only one this happened to. Everybody lost everything here. You know, and I'm lucky I have a home. I'm lucky I have my dog. I have my son in Canada studying, you know. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and, you know, I have to rebuild. I don't have time to wallow in shit and stuff like that. I have to get going. I have people who depend on me. You know, my workers at the farm, they are truly poor, you know. So we have to figure something out, and as a community and as people, we're getting together and we're moving on, and God will provide with our hard work, you know. So yes, I believe in God, by the way. So don't trust me. I don't care if you do or don't, but you know. So yeah, what do you guys think? Meghan is the star of her own show. And that Variety article says everything that you need to know. This woman has no regrets. She thinks she's loved by everybody, and she's going to compare Deal or No Deal to the Monarchy. Because you see, the Monarchy told her what to wear, told her what to do. There's protocol, there's a code of conduct, and there's a dress code. And those are things that are racist for Meghan. Those are things that traumatize her because they make her feel a certain way. And, you know, so let me know what you think.